Despite our best efforts, sometimes we find ourselves in a negative relationship or a part of circumstances and it feels like an evil force has come into our lives. We begin to struggle spiritually and act self-destructively. The destructive bond of anger that gradually forms causes us to dwell on the negative relationship or that situation rather than planning a creative way to get out of it. No expression of anger or act of revenge at those moments will satisfy us. We continue to spiral downward as our weakened spiritual state makes us more and more desperate to get what we think we deserve. When we give in to this downward spiral, we violate Romans 12:17. Paul tells us here, don't pay back evil for evil. Be careful to do what everyone thinks is right. Presently, my counseling company has been struggling with the mayor of a city we're trying to serve. Our ability to continue to carry out our mission to help those in need has become significantly more difficult as corrupt politics and a lack of authenticity has taken precedence. At the time, I became caught up in the battle instead of focusing on God's plan. I began to obsess over the injustice and corruption by playing tapes over and over and over again of what was done and said to harm us. When you and I do this, we are mentally preparing ourselves to enter the world of paying someone back, evil for evil. God knows how ineffective this strategy really is. By ruminating and looking for payback, we hurt ourselves in many ways. First, we let people and situations control us, keeping us from experiencing the peace of God which surpasses all understanding. Second, we narrow our focus, losing sight of our own resources and how God has blessed us in many ways. Third, as it states in Romans 12:19, we take our eyes off of God and don't leave room for Him to act on our behalf. Fourth, we focus on problems in others, but overlook the areas God wants to help us develop in our own lives. Fifth, we ignore the teaching of verse 18, which challenges us to live in peace with everyone when possible. When I look back on the situation with the mayor, I see now how much I wasted time accomplishing nothing but being miserable. But God helped me get back on track through His Word, His Spirit working in my life, and healthy discussions with mentor and friends. I soon recognized that when I lacked a sense of peace, have difficulty sleeping, spend too much time obsessing with no resolution, and get angry at small things, and move towards pessimism, it's time for me to crawl back to God instead of letting things get worse. Often when we feel that we're stuck in one of life's many holes, we spend valuable energy flailing about and making things even worse. Instead, we need to seek God with all of our heart and listen to His Word. From my perspective, the mayor is still corrupt and hostile to our mission. However, my life has been so much better since I moved back to a walk of faith and let God take over. Who or what are you presently struggling with? Maybe it's someone who hurt you a long time ago through their words or actions. Isn't it time to forgive and move on and let God handle it? May God give you the strength to trust Jesus this day as you let go of what was done to you and tune in to what God has done for you.